My name is Jack Manning, and I could not agree more with the theme for the 2017 Student Leadership Summit on the future of food. Food does excite us. It brings us together and ultimately sustains us. It makes me wonder, is there a way that we can make that same amount of food sustain even more of us? Food is such an essential part of our lives that many people forget just how many issues there are surrounding food in this country, many of which are growing in size and severity. When I sat down to reflect on food issues in my community, I immediately saw that there is an overwhelming amount of food wasted in homes, restaurants, and in schools, like my own, Zavarian Brothers. This problem is so big that Americans wasted almost 40% of their food supply in 2015. That is equivalent to 20 pounds per person per month. In my research, I also discovered that consumers in industrialized countries, like the United States, waste a total of 222 million tons of food each year. That is almost as much as the entire net production of sub-Saharan Africa. Numbers like these are devastating and demonstrate how food waste alone could feed another country's population. This shows how recycling the wasted food into meals for other people and animals could have a deep impact in this country and around the world. To think that almost half of the food that is produced in this country is being wasted is a statistic that I am not willing to tolerate. I see it every day in my school cafeteria. Friends of mine helping themselves to more that they can eat, and then, at the end of the lunch block, scraping their food into the trash. And that's when the idea hit me.
And it's the ooh, ah, the ORT report. I said ooh, ah, ORT report. I shake it, shake it, shake it, ooh, ah, the ORT report. I said ooh, ah, ORT report. I shake it, shake it, shake it.
When I was searching for an answer to a problem as vast as this, I saw a solution so simple and unique that I realized the impact it could have within my community. YMCA Camp Jewel, a summer camp in Connecticut that I attend each summer, has a system in place to reduce the amount of food wasted and put the food that is left over to good use. ORT stands for Our Remaining Tidbits, and this program works in two different ways. The first is all leftover food is collected, then weighed after each meal. This total is then announced during the next meal to show the campers just how much food they threw away. This visual representation of the food waste compels campers and counselors alike to take less food at their next meal and refill only when they are truly hungry. This system is extremely effective and reduces the food waste from hundreds of campers to an amount so small it fits inside a 5-gallon paint bucket. There is still food left over, however, and that's where the second benefit of the ORT program begins. This leftover food is taken down to the Camp Jewel mini farm and used to feed Stanley. Who's Stanley, you ask? He's our camp mascot, a 700-pound pot-bellied pig, and he loves ORT. This process leaves the camp with minimal food waste after feeding 800 campers for an entire summer. ORT reports give people a visual representation of the quantity of food wasted. This motivates them to reduce the amount of food they place on their plates and take smaller, more reasonable portions. I strongly believe that data drives behavioral change and that people need to visualize the problem in order to recognize its existence. I've seen the ORT program work at Camp Jewel, watching the food waste total drop from 40 pounds down to 5. I know this process could easily be implemented at my school and create the kind of change necessary to raise a food-aware generation. Food waste in our country is a big problem. Let's all take little steps and stop throwing our future away.